Hi, first graders. Okay, today for math, we are going to review everything that we've talked about in chapter 1 and see how well you got it stuck in your brain. We're also going to be paying attention to what things we are doing well and what things we still need to be working on. So for math today, you are going to need some papers out of your math folder. You're going to need two pieces of paper. They go together. And the title at the top of the first one is Chapter 1 Review/Test. You will also need a pencil and a crayon. So pause the video if you need to and go get those things. When you are ready, we are going to start by looking at the first page. This is what it looks like. Okay, so before we begin, I want to talk to you a little bit about how important it is to pay attention to the things that we need to work on and the things that we are doing well. Now, is it okay to make mistakes? Yes, it is okay to make mistakes, but it's not okay to not try our best, and it's not okay to not work to get better. So we are going to be using two symbols to help us pay attention to things that we are doing well and things we need to do better. Okay, here's the first one. What does that look like? It's just a quick little picture, but it's supposed to be a little staircase. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. Here's the second one. What is that? That is a star. Okay, I'm going to write down those two words, stair and star, and we're going to pay attention to how they are spelled. While I'm writing them down, I want you to think of what is the purpose of a stair. Okay, a stair helps us to reach new places, reach new levels. A stair takes us places, but to use a stair, we have to put forth energy. We have to put forth some of our own power to help us get up the stairs so that we can get to those new places. Okay, now think of a star. Stars are often used to represent something that is done well. Okay, a star is used to show that we have reached our goals, and stars are way out in space, far away. It takes a lot of effort to get to a star. But when we get to a star, or when we earn a star and do well with our work, we feel proud about ourselves. What is the difference between these words? They both are spelled almost exactly the same. They have S, T, A, and R. The only difference is the letter I, because I make the difference between what is a stair for me, something I'm working on, something I am putting energy toward, and what is a star for me, my ability to reach my goals. Okay, so as we are correcting our work, we will use stairs and stars to show things that we are needing to still work on, things that we're still trying to reach another level, and things that we are achieving and doing well. Okay, so those are our quick pictures. Okay, we are going to go ahead and start with the math now. On each problem, I will read the question to you, and you will do the work on your own. Then when we get to the end of each page, we will return to the beginning and look at what the answer was supposed to be. If your answer matches the answers I give you, then you're able to get a star. If your answer is different than the answers I give you, we mark it with a stair so we know this is something we're still working on. Remember, it's okay to make mistakes, but you must always try to do your best. Okay, number 1, 2 bears and 1 more bear. How many bears are there? 1, 2, or 3 bears? Circle which one is your answer, 1, 2, or 3. Number 2. This goes with the math we were doing in our last lesson. Write the addition problem. Notice it wants the problem vertical or up and down. What are the addends? What are the groups or parts that you see here in the picture? What is the sum or the whole group number? Write the addition problem which goes with this picture. Number 3, color 2 ways to make 6. We have 2 sticks here and each stick is already the length of 6 cubes. We need to show that to get this whole group of 6, it was created from 2 parts. So you can just use your pencil and color to show that we have 2 different parts connected together to make 6. Okay, I want you to put down your pencil and pick up your crayon, and we're going to come back to number 1. Here on number 1, how many bears are there? Well, if we just looked at the first part, we might have picked 2. If we looked at the second part, we might have picked 1. But if we look at the whole group, we know there are 3 bears. If you circled 3, you get to put a star. If you circled 1 or 2, then remember you are going to put a star with your crayon and then use your crayon to circle 3. This is going to help your brain see that this is something you are still working on, and also allows you to see what the answer should have been so that next time you can do better. Number 2, let's look at the first part. The first part is a group of 3. The second part is a group of 2. The whole group is 5. So the addition sentence is 3 plus 2 equals 5. If that is what you wrote, you get a star. If you wrote something different, that's okay. Fix it with your crayon and give yourself a star. Number 3, color 2 ways to make 6. Now there are actually 7 ways to make 6. We can always just start with 6 and add 0, but we can also only have 5, and if we go down to 5, then our other addend has to increase to 1. If we go down to 4, the other addend is 2. 3 is a doubles fact with 3 to make 6. We can decrease from 3 down to 2, and then the other 3 has to go up to 4. 2 down to 1, the other goes to 5. Or we can start with 0 and add 6. You do not need to have all of these written. What you do need is for 2 of these addend pairs to be shown in your pictures. Which ways did you show you can make 6? If you show 2 different ways, not the same, but we show 2 different sets of addends, then we can get the star. If you only show 1 2 different times, even if you use like different colors or something, it's still just showing 1 set of addends, and so we would have to put a star. So make sure you're showing 2 different sets of addends. Okay, we are going to go on to our next set of pages. So open it up so that we can see questions 4 through 10. We are switching back to our pencil now. Okay, remember you can pause any time that you need more time to answer the question. Number 4. Choose all the pictures that show adding 0. Remember, when we're adding 0, we are using 0 as one of the addends or one of the parts. It also says choose all the pictures. This tells you there's more than one. So look at, even if you find a 0 very quickly, look through all the choices so that you can pick all of the problems that show adding 0. Notice below each picture, we have the number sentence written. Okay, number 5. Draw lines to match addition sentences with the same addends in a different order. So here we have 8 plus 2 equals 10. Down here, it's 2 plus 8 equals 10. In both of those, the sum has the same value, 10. The addends are using the same numbers in a different order. 8 plus 2, flip it, 2 plus 8. We can add in any order. Okay, which other number sentences should be buddies? Finish finding the pairs. Number 6. Look at the instructions above 6 and 7. It says use cubes to show adding 2. Draw the cubes, write the sum. Draw is part of the instruction, so make sure you are doing that as you are doing your work, because if you don't draw the cubes, can you really get the answer right? No, because we didn't follow the instructions. Okay, so we're going to draw a picture to show these number sentences, as well as finding the sum. So number 6, we have 2 ducks and 3 more ducks. Show your picture and find your sum. Number 7 has 5 lions and 2 more lions. Again, you'll need to draw your picture and write your sum down on the line. If you need more time, you can always pause the video. Number 8. Write each addition sentence in the box that shows the sum. Okay, so we have sets of addends here. We have 4 plus 3, we have 3 plus 4, 3 plus 3, 3 plus 5, and 5 plus 3. Okay, so let's look at what these addends, what these number pairs create. What sum do they balance with? I see that all of these have a 3 in them as at least one of the addends. I also see some buddies happening. Can that help you? So if I see 4 plus 3, I need to think, does 4 plus 3 make 6, 7, or 8? If it makes 6, then I'll write 4 plus 3 in this box. If it makes 7, I'll write 4 plus 3 in this box. And if it makes 8, I'll put 4 plus 3 in this box. You need to do the same thing with each set of addends. Number 9. Max has 5 red marbles and 4 blue marbles. Then he gets 1 more. How many marbles does Max have? Draw to show your work. We are looking for the whole number of marbles. Right now we just have the parts. Use the box to show your drawing and then write how many marbles down here on the line. Okay, number 10 is a bar model. We can see in the picture that there are, well, let me read the story first. There are 2 people in the house. More people go in the house. Then there are 6 people in the house. How many people go in the house? I can see in the picture that I have one group of 2. Another group I don't know, or another part I don't know yet. But the whole thing from beginning to end is 6. One part is 2, another part is missing, and we need to find it. And the whole group is 6. 2 plus what makes 6? What is our missing part so that we can get up to 6? Okay, let's go back to number 4 and let's check our work. So put your pencil down and pick up your crayon and be ready to mark with stairs or stars how we did. Remember that if you picked an answer different than what I show you, to fix it with your crayon and give yourself a stare so that your brain remembers what things you need to continue working on. Okay, number 4. Choose all the pictures that show adding 0. Well, looking quickly at the pictures, I can see we have 0 on this side of this domino and 0 on this side of this domino. And in the number sentences, I can see a 0 here and I can see a 0 here as the different parts. So I am going to pick both of these as having parts that show adding 0. Down on the bottom, I am not missing any dots in either of the boxes. Each box has a number in it, so none of the parts are 0 down in the number sentences. I don't see any parts with 0. So it's just those 2 that we mark. If those are the 2 that you marked, then you get a star. If you marked more than those 2 or different than those 2, then you get a stare. Same with if you only marked 1. Fix it with your crayon if you need to, and let's look at number 5. Okay, number 5. I see I have the sum of 9, but all of the other ones also have the sum of 9, so I really did need to look at the addends, the parts. Here I have the parts 2 and 7 that are joining together to make the whole 9. Here I see those parts got flipped. Instead of 2 and 7, I see 7 and 2. The whole is still 9. So those are buddies because they use the same addends in a different order. Let's see if these final 2 match up. Here I see 4 plus 5 as the addends. Sum is 9. 4 plus 5, if I flip it, I get 5 plus 4. The addend is still 9. So those are in fact buddies as well. If this is how you matched them up, then you get a star. Otherwise, fix it with your crayon and give yourself a stare. Okay, number 6 and 7, you have to have the picture to get the star. So if your picture looks a little bit different than mine, that's okay, as long as it has the same parts. What are those parts? Number 6 says we have 2 ducks and 3 more ducks. 1, 2, 3. You can see here I have a group of 2 and I have a group of 3. 2 plus 3. Together, the whole is 5. Okay, number 7. Oh, so I get a star if I show a group of 2 and a group of 3 and a sum of 5. On number 7, we need a group of 5. And a group of 2 more. Okay. If your picture shows a group of 5 and a group of 2, even if it's a little different, and that the whole, the sum, is 7, then you get a star. If you need to fix it, please do so with your crayon and give yourself a star. Number 8. Write each addition sentence in the box that shows the sum. So I'm starting by looking here at 4 plus 3. 4 plus 3. Well, I know that 3 plus 3, which I have here, is a doubles fact that makes 6. And since I know 3 plus 3 is 6, then 4 plus 3 is only one more, so it must be 7. 4 plus 3. I also know that I can add in any order. So if 4 plus 3 is 7, then 3 plus 4 is also going to be 7. 3 plus 4. Okay, then we come over here, 3 plus 5. Well, if 3 plus 4 was 7, then my 5 makes it one bigger. So 3 plus 5 is 8. And because I can add in any order, 5 plus 3 is also 8. Okay, number 9. Max has 5 red marbles and 4 blue marbles, then he gets 1 more. We needed to draw to show our work. So I'm going to draw to show a group of 5, a group of 4, and 1 more. Altogether, I have 10 marbles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 marbles altogether with the parts 5, 4, and 1. Number 10. Oh, and also make sure you mark that with a star if you got it right. Same with the one up here. On number 8, you needed to have all of those add-in pairs in the right spots to get your star. On this one, you needed to show a group of 5, of 4, and 1, even if your picture's a little different, as well as the sum of 10. Okay, number 10. There are 2 people in the house. More come, I don't know how many, and now I have a group of 6. So how many more do I need to get to 6? There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What did I add? 1, 2, 3, 4 got added for my second part so that the whole thing from beginning to end was 6. So I need to write 4 in the number sentence and in the model to show I understand the problem and to get the star. You don't need a picture, but I feel like pictures are always a helpful tool. And so I got my star. If you needed to fix something, please do it with your crayon and give yourself a star. Okay, let's look at our final page. Number 11. Katie is drawing dots on cards to show ways to make 7. So these are her domino cards. Draw dots for Katie. Write addition sentences for 2 of the cards. So on these cards, we are going to draw dots to represent different numbers. And you're going to show all the different ways we can make 7. Remember that we can always start by just saying that 7 with nothing else makes 7. What other ways can we make 7? Show on all these cards, and then use 2 of the cards to write down the parts in the addition sentence so that your whole is equal to 7. Pause the video to give yourself more time to finish these cards. Number 12. Draw a model to show that 1 plus 4 is the same as 4 plus 1. Show how you know. Draw a model to show that 1 plus 4 is the same as 4 plus 1. Show how you know. Okay, take some time to do that. Pause if you need to. Now we are going to come back to 11. I gave you the 7 here to start, knowing that 7 with 0 extras is still 7. But what happens if I take 1 away from that group of 7? If I take 1 away, remember, if one add-in gets smaller, then to keep it balanced, the other add-in has to get bigger. So that 1 moved from here, from the first section to the second section, to turn the first one down to 6, and the second one up from 0 to 1. What if I take another 1 away? Then my 6 would become 5, and my 1 would increase to 2. If 5 decreases to 4, then 2 would increase to 3. If 4 decreases to 3, then 3 increases to 4. If 3 decreases to 2, then 4 increases to 5. If 2 decreases to 1, then 5 increases to 6. If 1 decreases to 0, then 6 increases to 7. And there we have all the different combinations to add to 7. Now, 2 of these cards you need to write down in the number sentences. So as long as you have all these different combinations, even if they're in different spots up here on the cards than mine, as long as you have the same combinations of numbers, then you have that portion correct. And if 2 of the combinations you show up here are shown in number sentences, like for example, if I took this one and put it down, I would put 6 plus 1. Okay, if I took this one and put it down, I would put 2 plus 5. You can use any of the cards to show your number sentences. If you have all of those pieces that are needed, and you might need to pause your video to see if all your cards match something on mine, then you get the star. Otherwise, you need to work on fixing and showing all the different combinations. Okay, and then finally, number 12, we're going to draw a model to show that 1 plus 4 is the same as 4 plus 1. You can see here, beginning to end, we have 5. My 1 matches my 1, and my 4 matches my 4. Okay, so this is 1 plus 4 equals 5. 4 plus 1 equals 5. So as long as you show a picture that helps explain how you know this is true, then you get the star. There's lots of different ways you could show this. So it doesn't have to match mine exactly. We just want to show that we understand what is happening. Okay, so take a minute and decide if that shows for you and give a stare or star. And with that, we have finished our math for today. So you are good to be done, and make sure you take a picture of all those pages so that you can share with your teacher what it is that you have accomplished, what things you achieved stars on, and what things are stairs and things that you're still working on, so that we can continue to help you to grow and turn those stairs into stars. Okay, happy learning.